Hello, everyone. This is Waking Up with Wesley, and I'm Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We've got another nice day of weather today before we get to some rain chances heading into the middle of the week. So without further ado, let's get it started here. All right, so this morning those temperatures were cool. We had lows in the 50s. It dropped to 56 in Gulfport, 58 in Biloxi, 54 in Mossman Pascagoula, and 52 near Stennis. And all of those temperatures are below the normal. Normally you have 63 on a given May 5th for the morning low, but this time around we had those upper and mid 50s. So yeah, it was definitely cooler, maybe not as spicy as you would expect for Cinco de Mayo. And so as we get to the forecast for the day ahead, you can expect to see more of the same. Temperatures are likely going to rise from the cool 50s and 60s this morning to the high around 80 by this afternoon. So you can plan on the temperature rising to around 80 this afternoon, which is going to be really nice and warm for anything that you've got planned on this Monday. We don't expect to see much in the way of rain, so that's good news there. Sunny skies are expected today, and like we said, those temperatures primarily starting off on the cool side, but then getting to some highs in the mid to upper 70s by this afternoon. What do you have planned for Cinco de Mayo? Are you going to go and have a margarita? Are you going to go and maybe some chips, some queso? Going to be a pretty nice day for anything that you've got planned there. Just hold on to your sombreros, right? Tomorrow actually getting a little breezier, so you might have to worry more about that tomorrow. Today, not too breezy. I think all of our sombreros are going to be pretty locked in place with no concerns for that. But yeah, tomorrow will turn breezier. I have some better rain chances that are going to be on the way for tomorrow night into Wednesday. And let's see, we're going to hop on. Okay, our graphics are trying to get the Cinco de Mayo for you. If they can't, we'll just use a secondary graphic system here, because this one's kind of slowing down. Maybe this Max 1 graphic system might have had too many margaritas before we got started here. So I might actually hop on to our second one, and we'll get the show rolling there. See, that's why you got to have a backup plan. So be thinking about that for your Cinco de Mayo plans. Have a backup plan in case you have one too many margaritas or something like that. So while I get the secondary show started and fixed for you, I do want to talk about, let's see, what do I want to talk about? First of all, how nice was yesterday? Did you enjoy Sunday? The weather was amazing. Guess what I did? I made it a beach day. So we got like a smidge of yard work done in the morning hours, but then right after that we headed out to the beach. Remember the sunscreen. You got to remember the sunscreen on a day like yesterday as well as a day like today. So don't forget the sunscreen if you're going to be out celebrating Cinco de Mayo, because it is going to be a very sunny day here, and with all of that sunshine, it can make it easy to get sunburned if you're not remembering that. I was hoping that my secondary weather system would be able to pop up some graphics for us, but even that is having some issues loading. What is it? Are we cursed on this Monday? Let me see. I'm going to try one more time before I maybe I'll have to draw the forecast on pencil and paper for you, and then we'll just move forward that way. Okay, it's finally loading, thank goodness. And now I'm just going to drag everything from Max 1's show into Max 2. Wait for that to load. And all right, and then maybe a few more graphics, and I promise we will get started in earnest in just a few more moments. I got like 4 more graphics to drag over, and then we'll get things rolling, the ball rolling on our forecast. You know, this is not wanting to drag over. How interesting is that? All right, we'll drag this one. All right, we got that one. Some things want to drag over, some things don't. It's getting picky with me today. How feisty. How about that? All right, we got 3 left. One more. Let's see if we can drag that one down. If you're still here, you're quite the trooper. Thank you for waking up with Wesley. We have so many technical difficulties today. Okay, well, okay, that one's rolling. All right. And then the last thing I need is my little rain chance. Is that going to cooperate with me? I'm trying. Is it going to drag over? It's not wanting to drag over. Okay, here we go. There it is. We got them all. Now, all we have to do now is switch everything to max 2, and then we'll be done. Oh my goodness gracious. What a day, huh? How about that? Mondays, folks. Mondays. So we're going to switch this over to max 2. Desk source is max 2. There we go. So now you're looking at my max 2 system that I just had to pop up for you there on the fly. So hopefully the graphics cooperate with me and we will be able to show you the Cinco de Mayo forecast. There we go. Yay. So yeah, it looks like it is nacho usual humidity this morning because it's nice and dry and crisp. It's gonna feel a little spicier today, maybe not as spicy as that salsa you'll be eating. A temperature around 80, and don't forget the queso for your fiesta friendly plans this evening. Temperatures into the 70s. All right, so now let's get started talking about the rain. As far as the next 3 days are concerned, we're expecting many places to pick up to 2 inches of rain, and then some spots can go even more than that. This is only through Wednesday. We're going to see more rain on top of this on Thursday and Friday, so the numbers then would be even higher. But if we just talk about now through Wednesday, as you can see today and tonight, nothing. Tomorrow we'll have some hit or miss showers during the day, but then tomorrow night could be some really heavier stuff, and that heavier stuff continues on Wednesday. Some downpours Wednesday, especially in the morning hours. So if we go beyond Wednesday and tack on Thursday and Friday, so now we've got 5 days of rain, that's when the amounts start to creep into that 3 to 6 inch territory for all of South Mississippi. As far as the day-by-day breakdown, as far as Monday is concerned, little to no risk of flooding rain. But as we go to tomorrow and tomorrow night, frankly, that's when that risk flooding rain increases, level 2 or 3. There's going to be somewhere in this red zone. More than likely, you're going to wind up seeing news videos somewhere out of Shreveport, maybe out of Monroe, Louisiana, maybe out of Vicksburg, Mississippi, maybe out of Jackson, maybe out of Hattiesburg, somewhere in that red zone. When you're at a level 3 or higher, that means there's probably going to be at least one high water rescue happening in that red area. Someone's going to be, lifted from rising floodwaters with a helicopter, or they're going to be on a kayak or something like that. That's going to happen at least one time somewhere in that red area. If we had a level 4, then you'd actually see that happening many times in the level 4 area, but that's level 3. As far as the Mississippi coast is concerned, we are mostly at level 2, but if you are in Poplar Wiggins, you do want to pay a little more attention, as the rain could be heavier there at times on Tuesday into Tuesday night, primarily Tuesday night. We'll get to the hourly timing in a moment, but I just wanted to give you the view of tomorrow as far as the flood risk is concerned. Take a look at Wednesday. The flood risk is still at a level 2, so that's 2 days in a row with a flood risk of 2 out of 4 for the Mississippi coast. But then finally, some good news Thursday, the level coming down from 2 to 1. And then even more good news Friday, the level coming down from 1 to near 0. So consider that for your plans this week. Multiple days with that risk of flooding rain. Even though it's nice and sunny today, we do begin to see the heavy rain and thunderstorms as we head into parts of Tuesday night as well as Wednesday. So here's a look at some of the timing as far as those hour-by-hour rain chances. We'll start off by tomorrow afternoon. So there's 4 p.m. Okay, and we're starting to get some new model information in now that we're later in the morning. But so far, still looks like about a 50 to 60% chance of rain at 4 p.m. Tuesday. And then this is looking like a 50 to 60% chance of rain at 7 p.m. Tuesday. And then the chance of rain even higher by 10 p.m. Tuesday. So that means that as we go deeper into the night, the rain chances will increase, and you stay weather aware for that, as we could see some rainy weather, if not stormy weather, by that point in time. So don't be caught off guard by the potential for some rainy, if not stormy weather heading into our Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. And finally, we'll try to show you this 7-day forecast, which does include the risk of some of that flooding as we go into parts of Tuesday night as well as Wednesday. Let's see if we can get that to pull up for you before we go. This will be the last thing we look at. If it loads, and there it is, our 7-day forecast showing that 80% chance for rain starting Tuesday night, continuing on Wednesday, and we're probably still going to see some showers at times on Thursday. So that Tuesday night to Thursday time frame looking like the wettest part of the week. Still not completely dry Friday and to Mother's Day weekend. Maybe there will be a few showers, but it certainly looks like it's better, some improvement heading into the upcoming Mother's Day weekend. Can't say it's a 0% chance, but there could be a few showers at times over the weekend. Well, if you stuck it through to the very bitter end here on this combative edition of Waking Up with Wesley, then thank you so much. I've been Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams. Hopefully our graphic systems play a little more nicely tomorrow. We'll give them a few extra margaritas tonight, and maybe the graphics will be a bit, more agreeable with us tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone. See you next time.